arrow choke. This is a similar choke to the single wing choke, but can be a lot more powerful. Now, just like we were working the single wing choke, we want to establish our control of that lapel. Just like every choke, we're going to do that first grip wants to be nice and tight. Now, as I'm gaining control of this lapel, they may be working for 4 fingers in on the top arm. Now, it's an important thing to realize that for defensive chokes, this isn't the preferred method if you are attacking the lapel. Being that I can still apply a tremendous amount of leverage, especially with the bow and arrow choke. So if you're trying to apply your cross lapel choke or even single wing choke, it might be hard to finish when they have 4 fingers on your forearm. But if you make the transition to bow and arrow choke, you still have a great opportunity to finish because of the amount of leverage your legs can provide to overcome the downward pressure of this grip. So as I'm here, I'm working for that lapel choke, they've started to defend. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start switching my feet over. What I wanna do now is I'm gonna take my hand out and I wanna grab at the knee. Once I have all of this set, I've created my angle. So instead of being directly behind, I start creating my angle. I'm getting to the side. I take my hand out, grabbing the pants. Now as I fall back, my left leg or the same leg as my choking arm, that really needs to swing over the shoulder. So as I cut my leg across, I'm gonna bring this leg up here. Now this is where all the leverage comes from. My leg's pushing down as my upper body falls back and I pull on both grips. I'm pulling here. So you have 2 planes of motion. Your arms and upper body pulling straight back and your legs are pushing down. So that can increase your level of pressure. So from our second angle, we have our seatbelt. We're breaking them back a little bit so that way that's gonna help me feed my lapel in. Even if they have 4 fingers in, that's okay. I can finish this bow and arrow, but still ensure that the blade of your wrist is nice and high. We need a good solid grip. As I get my grip set, now I'm making my transition of my feet. So foot on the hip, my leg goes across the hip. Take my hand out, grabbing that knee. Now we're gonna finish the rotation. I should finish perpendicular to my partner. Pushing with the legs as you pull with your arms. We have a grip, pull our partner back, establishing that first choking grip. Switching the feet, 1, 2. Foot on the hip, leg goes across the belt. Taking my hand out, grabbing the pants. Now I'm climbing my legs up and over, pushing the legs as I pull with my arms to finish that choke. The goal should be to put your back on the mat. If you have your grips properly set, you most likely will never make it to the back on the mat, but that's your goal. Pushing your legs down as you fall back and continue to force your back to the mat while you're pulling on both arms will help you finish that choke.